Hello again, folks. Welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for subscribing. Now, I used to think this country had a spine, but it seems we've traded it in for a jellyfish costume and the people running the show are wearing it with pride. Let me introduce you to Wayne O'Rourke, a 35-year-old bloke from Lincolnshire minding his own business, running a social media account called Sick of It. Apt name, isn't it? Because I'm pretty sick of it too. Wayne's been slapped with a 3-year prison sentence. 3 years. For what, you ask? Murder? Robbery? No. For tweets? That's right, words on a screen. Apparently, in Starmer's shiny new Britain, posting memes and urging people to protest is enough to lock you up for longer than some who've committed actual violent crimes. Now let's get this straight. Wayne O'Rourke, a working class man with no prior convictions, is rotting in a cell because a judge decided his humorous, snarky posts stirred up racial hatred. One post, they say, called for protest. Oh, the horror. Someone expressing frustration about the state of things. Quick, lock him up before he types another emoji. Meanwhile, we've got shoplifters, muggers and drug dealers waltzing out of court with a slap on the wrist. Two-tier justice? You bet your arse it is. And here's the thing, Wayne was up for early release recently, a chance to get out, maybe wear a tag, rejoin society, and stop costing taxpayers money to keep him in a cage for his opinions. But no, the prison governor said, "Nah, mate, you're staying put." Denied. He's got to serve the full term. For tweets, I mean, come on, are you living in North Korea now? Did I miss the memo where we handed over our free speech to a bunch of humorless bureaucrats who think a keyboard is a deadly weapon? You know who else is in this Soviet-style nightmare? Lucy Connolly, we all know who she is. A childminder from Northampton, jailed for 31 months for a single tweet. Her crime? Posting something inflammatory after the Southport attacks where 3 young girls were killed. Now, 31 months for a first-time offender when rapists and violent thugs get less, and she's been denied early release too, stuck in what's been called the Nutters Wild Wing of HMP Peterborough, surrounded by druggies and violent offenders. Sounds like a lovely holiday, doesn't it? And here's the thing that really grinds my gears. People like Wayne and Lucy are being labelled political prisoners by folks across the spectrum. Politicians, commentators, even regular people who can smell the rot in the system. Boris Johnson, Kemi Badenoch, Suella Braverman, they've all called out this two-tier madness. And Reform UK's Richard Tice, he's been banging the drum, even saying Lucy's treatment is politically motivated. And he's not wrong, is he? When you've got a justice system that punishes words harsher than fists, you know something's gone terribly, terribly wrong. But let's talk about Wayne for a second, because he's getting the short end of the stick. Everyone's up in arms about Lucy Connolly, and they should be, rightly so. But where's the outrage for Wayne O'Rourke? Is it because he's a man, a white working class man at that? Apparently that makes you invisible in today's Britain. No trending hashtags, no tearful columns in the papers, just a bloke languishing in prison for daring to have a voice. As one ex-post put it, he's been memory holed. Well, I'm not forgetting him, and neither should you. This isn't justice, folks, it's a message. The powers that be are telling us, watch what you say or we'll make an example of you. They're not locking up Wayne and Lucy for public safety. They're locking them up to shut us up, to scare us into silence. And if you think this stops with them, you're dreaming. Today it's tweets, tomorrow it's your WhatsApp group, your pub chat, your thoughts. Welcome to Starmer's Stasi Britain, where the thought police are working overtime. Now, I'm not saying Wayne or Lucy are saints. Maybe their posts were a bit reckless. But 3 years, 2.5 years for words, when the prisons are so overcrowded they're letting out actual criminals early. Shabana Mahmood's out there planning to release 40,000 inmates. Some on tag to ease the crisis. But Wayne and Lucy, no tag, no temporary leave, no mercy, just hard time for the crime of speaking out. If that's not a political vendetta, I don't know what is. So here's my challenge to you lot watching this. If you're shouting from the rooftops about Lucy Connolly, and good on you for it, make some noise for Wayne O'Rourke too. He's not just a Twitter handle, @WayneGB88. He's a man, a father, a Brit who's been punished for his opinions. Share his story, write to your MP, kick up a fuss, because if we let this slide, We're handing the keys to our freedom to a system that's already picking and choosing who gets to speak. So I leave this with you. In a country where words land you in jail longer than violent crimes, we're not just losing free speech, we're losing our souls. So free Wayne O'Rourke, free Lucy Connolly and others, and for God's sake, free Britain from this authoritarian clown show before it's too late. And there we go. What do you reckon? Please let me know in the comments as usual. I'm Paz49, thanks for watching, and until the next time, Roger Trout.